Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Ark Survival Evolved. In this video, folks, I'm going to show you how to find and tame the Archaeopteryx. Now, the Archaeopteryx is, of course, found in the redwood forest. What I tend to do is, once I find one that I like, I will clear the area out. They are skittish creatures, and you will find them up on the redwood tree, sometimes on the ground. Now, this is a high-level Archaeopteryx. As you can see, it goes up the tree, so that is what I wanted to show you. Sometimes you'll find them kind of flying and pushing the redwood tree, and they do like the simple kibble. So that is what you will want to use. You will want to use some bolas to trap it, because if you get too close to it, it will want to run away. And it is, of course, a knockout tame. I strongly suggest that you use a long neck rifle with the dart. Of course, you can try using the crossbow with the trank arrows. I'm just loading this up so that I have the first shot. So I'm going to try and bola it off the tree. Now, I am on the back of a wyvern that is constantly moving. Sometimes they will just pretty much sort of kind of cling on to the tree. Now, do bear in mind, you are in the redwood forest, and pretty much everything here will want to kill you, so you do need to come prepared. There are all sorts of creatures like Perlovias and Thylos, got raptors, thoroughbirds, a lot of bad stuff, so make sure you do come prepared. The other thing which I will show you is that the Archaeopteryx's torpor does drop ridiculously quick. This guy seems to be moving quite a bit. It is a level 150, so it might help if I am not on the wyvern that's constantly moving. Because the Archaeopteryx is moving, so is the wyvern, due to its animation. So kind of want to aim above the Archaeopteryx with your crosshair. There we go. We finally got it. And then we start darting it. Now, it will come to the ground eventually. Oh, great. Also, make sure you are prepared and that your long neck rifle will not break like mine did. That does help with the scenario. Hopefully, I don't lose this guy, because he is a 150. He's not up there. And it took me a while to actually find him. Okay, for some odd reason, he didn't... Okay. He's going back up. He's not that complicated to knock out. Bolas, as you saw, work very effective. He does move a bit about, so I'll try and bring him back down again. Also, you do want to bola him, or bola the Archaeopteryx, because they can actually fly from one tree to another. They can be pretty quick as well, so you run the risk of losing them. As you can see, they are tiny creatures. You don't want to be losing one that is high level, like as you can see with this guy. So I'm just going to start peppering him with as many darts as I can. Once he's knocked out, I will, as usual, surround the area with spiked walls to keep any bad creatures away during the process of taming. Okay, so I will walk with the wyvern just on top of him. The wyvern does act as an additional form of protection, so if anything does get through the spiked walls, it will most likely hit the wyvern before it hits the Archaeopteryx. Do not want to lose any taming effectiveness and levels on this creature. It does have some uses, and I'll show you that later in the video. Also, I will mention it again, because that is something I do on videos, especially if I think that there is something important to keep in mind. The torpor of this creature does drop ridiculously quick, so you need to be fast about it. I'll show you that in a couple of seconds. Let's try and fix this last spiked wall. Okay, so we are fairly safe right now. I'm going to clear out some of these bushes so we can actually see him on the ground. And then we will feed it the kibble that it likes. There we go. Wyvern kind of stepped on it. As you can see, torpor is dropping really, really quick. And I think it's hungry enough to be fed the kibble, so let's give it a go. Now, I do have increased taming rates, so it did tame fairly fast. You can pick it up, but unlike most creatures, it is not a shoulder-mounted creature. You hold it like this, and you can, of course, also ride creatures. What it does, it acts like a glider stroke parachute, but more of a glider, because you can actually glide in any direction you want using the movement keys. I'll show you this right now. There we go. So I am actually controlling where this creature is gliding, just to kind of show you can go backwards, forwards, sideways. Definitely useful, but you cannot use a weapon whilst you have this creature with you. There we go. I'm going to quickly pick up the spiked walls, and then I'll show you the gliding mechanic with a bit more detail, just so you guys can see how it works. It is pretty cool. It's just that once you have this creature, there's nothing more that you can do. You can't use weapons like you would with, of course, the parachute. So here we go. Basically, I've just flown up, then released every control, and as you can see, it's kind of keeping me up in the air. It is slowly descending, so that is what it will do. If you want to get to the ground quicker, it is annoying. It does take its sweet time, and if you are running on uneven terrain and there's a slight little let's call it hole or dip in the ground, you will end up hovering like this. So that's another thing to keep in mind. It does take its sweet time to, of course, get to the ground. For me, I personally prefer either a parachute or a wingsuit, but this is another alternative. There we go. I'm going to try and get this guy to go down quicker. So I'm going to try and kind of land on top of this base right here. There we go. It does take forever to get to the ground, but you can also travel a fair distance. Obviously, you cannot outrun other creatures, just to kind of show you that if you do run and jump off a cliff, you do get a bit more speed with it. And to control where I'm going, I'm using all the movement keys, so WSD. And as you can see, fairly versatile, fairly mobile as well. We're nearly there, nearly there. I kind of want to get to the ground now. But it's a weird, yeah, you're basically holding the creature's legs and letting it glide you about. It's cool though, I like it. Eventually we'll land. Eventually. As you can see, it does take a while. There we go. You just saw the little dip. So that is pretty much it. That is its only use in the game, aside from the fact that it looks pretty freaking cool. I like the way it looks. I wouldn't personally go and get an Archaeopteryx, but I did do a guide for pretty much every single creature in the game, and this is also another creature that can be tamed in the game, which of course I haven't made a guide for, so here I am doing it. That is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please don't forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so they get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.